do is kind of introduce you to the way that we do things in our way, in our Coast Salish way. And I'll just say a few words before I begin the work. I heard some really good words this morning. Throughout this entire time, I've heard some beautiful words. But in our ways, it's not about words. It's not that. That's not the communication that we're looking for. The communication that we're looking for is with the Spirit and with the mystery. And so the songs are the purest form of prayer for us. The words have little meaning. The words get in the way, actually, of the communication. And so we try to reduce the amount of words and do the work with that. What they said this morning, which really was a reminder for me, was that we're born into this work that we're gifted with. We're born into this work. And we don't own the work owns us. We live for the work. And part of my work in our community, and as I'm growing in this spiritual dimension, more and more things will be coming to me, and we know that in time I'll be able to do the work of the lady who just left us, and the elder who I was being taught, actually several elders that I was being taught on how to conduct myself and how to carry on this work. But we have to grow into it. We have to grow into it. We don't study. We don't take any courses for this. We live out our life in the purest and the best way that we can. I've heard the word humility and humbleness a lot in the different or the talks, I should say, and that's the grounding word for us. Once we're able to understand that these cedar boughs here are a pure form of God's love, a pure form of God's prayer, then we are. So we end up using the cedar to make sure that the work is done properly. Sometimes our minds can be clouded, and sometimes they can be confused, or sometimes there'll be anger that's in there, but there's never any anger in the cedar. They've been instructed how to do this work that they're doing. They're planted as a seed, and they come up, and their whole life is a witness and a testimony, and they share that experience with us. When we're able to see and when we're able to hear, we can be in communication with this ancient cedar forest up in the Cascades, or we can be in communication with the youngest cedar tree. I planted a tree when I went into our ceremonial life, and now it's about as high as the ceiling, and it teaches me every morning when I wake up. It teaches me. So what I thought I'd do with this short time was not to bore you or confuse you or anything like that with words. What I'd ask, for your permission, if I could use these cedar boughs and offer a song, and if you'd be willing to step forward one at a time, I'll brush you off, and in so doing that, we'll open up your heart and your mind for the work that's in front of us today, so that we can hear more clearly and we can see the things that we need to see. They ask us to, as we enter into this life, they ask us to come up with a prayer that we'll use in times when we need to be the closest to the Creator and closest to creation itself. And so I prayed upon it for 2 years, and I went up to the mountains and fasted and prayed as often as I could. And at times I'd spend 9 days, 8 days, and 7 days, 4 days, a lot of 4 days I was up there, and fasting and praying and bathing and going for walks in nature until this came to me, this prayer came to me. And I came down from the mountains and I asked, hey, that sounds a little bit biblical, doesn't it? I came down from the mountains on this last 9-day session, These words came to me, and I heard them in the scripture as well after that. But I asked for the eyes to see what the Creator wants me to see, for the ears to hear what the Creator wants me to hear, and for the heart big enough to take in that beauty and that wisdom, that knowledge. There's something about our work I'll share with you as well. Some of us are born into this line of work, and they don't share a lot of it with us until we get into the middle of it, until we get in the midst of it. And then the elders start coming into the house and sitting down and saying, oh, you must be prepared for this, this, and this. And okay. Anyway, a part of our life, once we accept this relationship with our ancestors, for me, with this one particular ancestor, we have the ability to take the pain away from the people who are in the crowd, who are in the audience. We take that pain and we hold it, and then when it's time for us to let that go, we go out into nature and we walk through the forest, and we allow the cedar and the ferns and the other, even the blackberry bushes, those things that can grab a hold of your clothes. They're pulling that pain off from you. They're pulling that pain off from you so you don't have to carry it anymore. Nature is meant to do that for us. That's what its design is. And so we're not here to try to be the solution to anything. All we want to do is to make sure that the people are healthy and good, and they're able to see what they need to see and hear what they need to hear. And so with that, I would want to offer this, what it's called is, we brush the people off. We take from the top and we brush them down with the cedar, and it takes away any sort of doubt or confusion or pain or anger or frustration or fear or any of those things. It takes it away from them. And then we take those boughs and we bring them outside, and we give them back to the earth. And the earth knows what to do with it. The creation knows what to do with it. A lot of times we don't. A lot of times we get weighed down with it. And so we need to be very careful with this. And again, I must say this to you all, is that in our way, and I think your ways are similar, right? I've been hearing a lot of similarities here. This is not an assignment, nor is it a class that you can take. We're born into this, and there's elders around you who see what your gift is, and it's for you to understand what that gift is and for you to develop that gift. That gift is about love, and it's about sharing, and it's about caring for others. There's a lot, I should say that way. There's some people carrying pain in here, whether it's whatever kind it is. It's important to free yourself of that, to let it go, and because that's holding you back from your true work. It's holding you back from what you truly are designed to do. The work that's in front of you will become clearer to you as you move toward it. It takes courage to do that. It takes patience. It takes love, and it takes generosity and kindness, and it takes you to walk in a very humble manner, to be the one who doesn't have the answer, for the people. All we have are questions, and all we have are concerns, and all we have are a way to work together to make it a better life for all of us. Anyway, so with that, if you'd like to voluntarily step forward, right here would be good, and I'll do the song, and probably it would be good to record this part either.